Erin, thanks so much for being here today to tell your story. Now, you started here at PKF Texas as a staff, and you got promoted to experienced and then senior, and then now you're a manager. So how did PKF Texas really shape your career in becoming a manager?
Wow, PKF really allowed me to totally drive my own career. I was able to move up as fast as I wanted to. I was lucky enough to be placed on some pretty large jobs when I first got here, mixed in with a few small, so I got to kind of see the spectrum of clients that we have, and that really gave me a great starting block for kind of boosting through my career. My staff year, I spent a lot of time out of town, which I think really just allowed me to focus on the work at the time. And you're with such great people that you don't mind. The time just flies by during busy season. But PKF really let me take control of how quickly I progressed, what sorts of tasks I was taking on. A big part of that was my manager at the time and my senior at the time, who really trusted and had a great relationship with me. So,
what type of training did you receive kind of as you progressed up?
The typical, I think, training at the various levels. You have your staff training when you first arrive, you go through that. And that's all the basics: cash, AR, AP, some of the intro stuff that you work on when you first arrive. To experienced staff, which is a little more complicated. You get into more of the debt and accruals and cash flow worksheet, but you also start to kind of experience planning and some of the more senior type roles. So we'll have that, and then once you're promoted to senior, there is a senior training and also sort of an in charge, which is the preparatory role for being put into the senior role. And that one really gets into more of engagement management. At that point, you know how to do the technical stuff at a certain level, and you'll work on your technical skills, obviously honing in on those in the more complicated areas. But it's a big shift to engagement management in the senior level. And then as a manager, there's not necessarily a specific manager training set up. We are working on that. Me and a few of the other new managers are actually working towards putting together a sort of managing for dummies little flip book that we'd like to reproduce here and give out to some of the new managers to help them transition into that level.
That's really cool. Now, why do you think talented people who have so many other choices should come to PKF Texas?
For me, that really goes back to the people, and the relationships you're able to build with them. I feel like that has been a big reason why I've had such a control over my own career, because you do have the ability to build pretty strong relationships with the people you work with, and once that trust is there, they'll really let you take on as much or as little as you would like.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome.